Bist du bereit?
Also, hallo Berlin. Wir haben noch Tickets und wir wollen euch nochmal für all diejenigen, die da hinten gestanden haben, auch nochmal unsere 4 Gäste aus den USA auf dem Balkon zeigen. Aber dafür muss hier natürlich die Luzi abgehen. Also bei 3 macht ihr richtig Stimmung. 1, 2, 3. Aber durchgehen, weiter, macht weiter. Sonst kommen sie nicht raus, habe ich gerade gehört. Und nee, und jetzt? Okay, also, und hier sind sie nochmal, unsere Gäste aus den USA. Herzlich willkommen. Wick Godfrey, Bill Condon, Taylor Lautner und Robert Pattinson. Da stehen sie. Alle 4. Sondern mal jetzt noch mal einen riesen Applaus für die 4. Sollen sie auch für den letzten Teil wieder nach Berlin kommen? Wo ist das Team Edwards? Team Jacob? Okay, thank you very much, all 4 of you. Thank you very much for coming to Berlin. Das sind sie, Taylor, Robert, Bill und Wick. So, liebe Fans aus Berlin, wir haben noch Tickets. Ich komme noch mal runter und dann kriegt ihr welche, okay? Wollt ihr Tickets? Super.
Wir starten mit dem Regisseur Bill Condon. Können gerne applaudieren. Und hier kommt der Produzent Wick Godfrey. Und ich kann mir vorstellen, auf diese beiden Herren haben viele von Ihnen gewartet. Hier sind die Darsteller, der schönste Vampir, der bestgebaute Werwolf der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, Taylor Lautner und Robert Pattinson. That was close. Welcome to Berlin. Great to have you here. It's quite cold, so please dress up warmly for tonight, for the premiere. The first question would be directed to Wick, Rob, and Taylor. 5 movies in 3 years and 3 months. So the journey sort of ends now. How does it feel, Wick?
I think it feels great. I mean, it's not one of those things where you feel, thank God it's over, but you just feel a sense of completion, and it's a nice feeling.
What about you, Rob and Taylor?
I think it's a really bittersweet feeling. It is. It's exciting, especially because we're so proud of these last 2 movies that we do just want to release them and have the world see them. But at the same time, it is a bummer because for me, it's been such a huge part of my life, and it was tough to say goodbye to.
That's why I hate going last.
Because there's nothing left to say.
Yeah, no. No, I mean, it was definitely a nice movie to end on. I mean, for doing an 8-month, we were in Baton Rouge for 8 months, to have Bill not go completely crazy with us and stay good-natured and good-humored about it. It was definitely a nice ending. And also we got to shoot the one scene in the entire series, which was actually in a warm place, which we ended on, which was really nice. That's what the sequel is going to be, Belle and Edward in the Caribbean, and they have 6 more kids.
Bill, so the last 2 movies back to back, and you've been asked twice before to direct one of the Twilight movies. Why did you say yes to this one?
Actually, that's not true. I'd been just, they'd sort of sent out feelers more than anything else. But this was, the timing was right, and then I read the book, and it was so, first of all, I felt like, you get to do, it's kind of cheating. You get to do the 3rd act. Everything else had been leading up to this, and this is where everything finally happens, And it was so crazy in a way, that things had happened, and I was kind of like, wow, I don't think you can film that. And I started to think about it more and more, and I thought, well, there's a way to do this and that and the other thing. So it felt like one of the more challenging things I'd read.
Thank you. Questions from the floor, please. Gentleman over there in the 3rd row. Yes.
Sure. Okay, in terms of where it ends, I think it's I don't want to give it away. I know we're not going to open for a week here, but it does end at a part where you really complete the first story. It is its own movie, but it sort of leaves you wondering, God, what's going to happen next? But yeah, it had to be 2 movies. I think, Wick will talk about their discussions before I even got there, but certainly for me, I've been putting together movie 2 now and trying to get it under 2 hours. There's a lot that happens here again, and it would have been just way too rushed to try to cram that all into one movie.
What we've always found with all of the books and turning them into the movies is that the fans always want more. Everything you cut, you get, lambasted for. So this is the longest book. It was very clear early on that we couldn't fit everything into one movie. So Stephanie and Melissa Rosenberg, the screenwriter, worked together to really kind of come up with an idea of how to separate the 2.
Thank you. Fragen? Alle so still und schüchtern. They're very shy, the Germans.
No.
All the way in the back, the lady on the right-hand side.
Hello, welcome to Berlin. I'm Franzi from Radio Station Energy. So I'm very excited because we have the director from Dreamgirls here. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
So my question is, have you caught them both maybe when they steal something from the set? One day, maybe makeup, or I don't know, some twos, or...
I have Michael Sheen's head at my house. Nobody knows about that, but I stole something. Did you steal anything?
Oh, I thought you were asking. Taylor was stealing makeup all the time. He goes back with his fake tanner.
Oh boy. Did you really steal something?
Yeah, well, they gave it to me, but yeah.
What did you? What?
Michael Sheen's head.
Oh, you actually have his head?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, that's cool.
Killed him.
I don't have anything. No. I would like my dirt bike, but
That'd be good.
that would be cool, right? But no.
Wick, as the producer, how difficult was it actually? If you look at the content of the book, it's there are a couple of things that are quite drastic in comparison to the other books. How important was it for you the main sequences, like the wedding of a century and especially the birth-giving scene, to tame it and to produce it in the right way that the fans wouldn't be offended and would love it?
Well, as the producer, you're lucky because you hand it off to the director, and he helps conceive those scenes and brings them to the screen. So we knew that we had to deliver on the birth scene in a way that was exciting and horrific and emotional, and that was a challenge. And Bill came up with, I think he should speak to it, really, the concept of how to do it. And the sex scene, Rob planned, so he decided how far he would go with it. So.
Okay, so first Bill, and then Bill about the birth scene, and then Rob about the sex scene.
The birth scene. Birth scene is, as you know, if you've read the book, it's just incredibly intense and very graphic. And I decided early on the way to tell it was we sort of just created one rule. We would only see what Bella could see. Bella is lying there. She's been drugged. She is in and out of consciousness. We cover all the events in the book, and we hear everything that happens in the book, but we see only glimpses of it. And I actually think that sometimes can make things more powerful because your imagination's filling in the blanks. And the sex?
The sex, I mean, I had to put on, because it's a PG-13, I had to put on this like male thong. I mean, and as soon as you put that thing on, you just get into it. You just go straight into character. I really felt really at home. And just kind of drove me a little bit crazy. And then Bill, I just said to Bill, like, just keep rolling. You got to capture every moment.
I'm not done yet.
Every moment.
The lady